Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Trump is trying to throw the damn kitchen sink when it comes down to this border wall. ABC News just put this out January 4th, 2019 at 4:17 p.m. Eastern Time. Trump considering declaring national emergency in an effort to secure wall funding. Wow. This man will sink to any level. Trump said Friday he is considering declaring a national emergency to help pay for his long-desired border wall along the U.S.-Mexico border. Trump, when asked by ABC News senior national correspondent Terry Moran during a press conference, acknowledged that he would consider declaring a national emergency to help get funds to build the wall for the security of our country. Trump did not elaborate on the details of such a process. Earlier Friday, multiple sources familiar with the ongoing discussion told ABC News that options could include reprogramming funds from the Department of Defense and elsewhere, a move which would circumvent Congress. Sources tell ABC News the discussions are still on the working level, adding that there's a range of legal mechanisms that are being considered before such a decision is announced. The decisions have intensified as the president is now 14 days into a partial government shutdown, facing new empowered House Democrats who are refusing to budge issue of funding. They're not going to fund the wall. They have said it multiple times. They are not funding this wall. We are not doing a wall. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Thursday calling the proposed structure and immorality. The administration is holding meetings Friday through the weekend and into next week to continue discussions on next steps, according to officials. It was not immediately clear who would be part of those meetings. On Friday, Trump said he had a productive and very, very good meeting. Yeah, that sounds like that sounds like him. After talks with top Democrats and other congressional leaders at the White House in effort to end the partial government shutdown, now heading into the third week. Just minutes earlier, Senate Democratic leader Chuck Schumer told reporters outside the White House that Trump told lawmakers in their nearly hour-and-a-half meeting that he was prepared to keep the government closed for a very long period of time, months, even years. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi called the meeting contentious. One administration official described the current executive action under consideration as clearing the way for the construction of roughly 115 miles of new border wall strictly on land owned by DOD, which would make roughly 5% of the more than 2,000-mile border. There is also a good chance Trump would face legal challenges. This is not the first time the president has suggested using the military to build the wall, nor is it the first time he has suggested the situation amounts to a national emergency. In December, he tweeted he could use the military to build the wall if Democrats didn't work with him. December 11th tweet, if the Democrats do not give us the votes to secure our country, the military will build the remaining sections of the wall. That same day, he told congressional leaders in the Oval Office, this is a national emergency. A previous DOD statement has mentioned the use of the Title X U.S. code as a way in which the military could construct a wall. The relevant section of the code reads, in the event of a declaration of war or declaration by the president of the national emergency in accordance with the National Emergency Act, 50 USC 1601. Okay. That requires the use of armed forces. The Secretary of Defense may undertake military construction projects and may authorize the secretaries of the military departments to undertake military construction projects not otherwise authorized by law that are necessary to support such use of the armed services. I'm sorry, armed forces. But ladies and gentlemen, this is not a war or any kind of emergency of that nature. Look, people come across that wall all the time, and now at this very moment, it's critical. It was not critical any other time. How come it was not critical when the caravan was there? But now the government must be shut down over a wall. A wall, y'all. This is what they're fighting over. They are fighting in Washington, D.C. over a wall as if nothing else in the universe is more important. A wall that's not going to keep anybody out. They're going to come in all of the ways they've been coming in. Through boat, cars, trucks, coming in through Canada, flying on planes and overstaying their visa. That's how they're going to do it. Okay? A wall is not going to stop anybody. It's not going to stop the drugs, and it's not going to stop these illegals from coming in. I'm just telling you, it's not going to stop a thing. It's really just a symbolic thing that you're constructing, but it's not going to stop a single soul from getting in. Okay, however, sources insist such a declaration would only be a partial solution and wouldn't result in Trump's compromising with Democrats on their series of funding bills aimed at ending the current government shutdown that includes no money allocated for a wall. Some experts say the strategy may face an uphill battle. I don't think that this is a real possibility given the restrictions already in place on how money can and cannot be used. Todd Harrison, a defense budget expert with the Center for Strategic and International Studies, told ABC News. It is against the law to use money for purposes other than it was appropriated without getting prior approval from Congress. I don't think declaring a national emergency would make a difference in this case. So I don't think their theory holds much water. Moreover, the president is likely to meet stiff resistance from defense hawks within his own party if he tries to use billions of dollars of military funding for something other than military purposes. And I agree with that. And I really think a lot of people within his party are pissed off now. A House Democratic aide said it would be completely unacceptable for Trump to use national emergency authority to try and build the wall using military funds, and that Democrats would likely challenge the administration's actions in court. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, this is clearly a hot mess going on right now. And Trump said he's going to draw this thing out as long as he can to get his funding. Oh, boy. This just don't look good, y'all. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. This thing is just getting crazier by the day. Day 14, y'all. 14 days, and they are no closer to a solution than when this thing first began on December 22nd, 2018. But please tell me what you think, ladies and gentlemen. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.